There's one county executive, Lamont LaCour, is going up against John Brown.
Right.
And then there's 5 seats open on the county level for council. These are 5 at-large seats, so we're doing a county-wide election. So on the Democratic side, there's Ron Heckman, Bill McGee, myself, Tara Zrinski, Lori Vargo Hefner, and then also Peter Milan. On the Republican side, there is Geisinger, Seth Vaughn, Peg Ferrara, Hayden Phillips, and Ron Engel. You guys all know Ron Engel.
Are they all the incumbents?
4 incumbents are everybody but Ron Engel. And so currently the council has 9 Republicans and 2 Democrats. I would like to be on the council because I speak up for the environment and definitely for people. I have no allegiance to any corporations, and I think that the people's voice needs to be heard.
And when it comes to the environment, who would you prefer to work with as county executive?
When it comes to the environment, I would definitely prefer working with Lamont, mainly because Lamont has already been part of your group and he's already listened. He is for farmland preservation, he's for open space preservation. I've aligned myself with farmland preservation and open spaces, as well as environmental movements. What I know about Lamont is that he does care about the environment. He thinks it's important to sustain. I think that he probably has a little bit of ways to go in understanding the full impact, but what I like about him is that he's very interested in it. When you talk to John Brown, he has no interest in it. He cares mainly about, what I've talked to him about was Graysdale and the prison, and there's very little else that he has interest in.
Has he told you where he thinks the prison's going to go?
We had a huge thing about that I think it was last Sunday in Nazareth, Eagle View Park, in Tuscus Park. There's a community there that had 1,000 signatures that delivered a petition to the county council, the current county council, and they did not want any prison at Graysdale. From what I understand, John Brown commissioned a study for $72,000 to see where the best place would be. Graysdale was one of those places among 11 others. To raise the prison that currently is there in Easton and put it in a green field would be an astronomical price. When I asked Hayden Phillips why the council did not order an independent study to counter John's study, he said we didn't think we needed to. But there was a study that could have been issued that wouldn't have cost the county any money at all. Even just saying yes to that study would have offered some information to juxtapose with whatever yield John's study had. So there's a lot of questions about why that study was commissioned, why it was on executive order and paid for in that way, and why we need to raise the prison at all and why it can't be renovated in the current position, because we actually have a lower population of people there now. I mean, it goes up, it goes down, but currently it's lower. And so there's a lot of questions there.
Hey, Tara.
Yeah.
Getting back to the sludge issue, Bob Teal is running for a Board of Supervisor position. He's got, in my opinion, a pretty good shot. If I had to take a guess, I would say he's going to get elected.
Okay, great.
And then we have another candidate, Marty Pinter, who is anti-sludge as well.
Okay.
So we have 3 anti-sludge supervisors who are going to do something locally about sludge. I would ask you, what can you do from a county level, and how can you work with the local Board of Supervisors to get sludge?
So
These
my
people have to
commitment,
go, so if we take a picture, we're going to miss them. They
That's
come
okay.
here for a picture.